Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today? Sometimes we must make necessary lifestyle changes in order to adjust to the energy of the planet and allow the planet to sustain itself. Many of us have become accustomed to a way of living that it kind of does a lot of harm to the planet, and I'm not blaming anybody for this. I'm just saying it's a kind of a way of living that a lot of people have really become comfortable with, and it got us to this point, and that's okay. But I'm just saying that maybe in the future we won't be able to sustain ourselves through the ways that we have been living. And it's also I'm also expressing how change is not a bad thing. And it seems like a lot of people are worried about change, they fear it, but it's not something to be feared. It's something to embrace and take it upon yourself of like a new journey, a new style of living that can be better. It can help you to evolve. I'm out here. It's northern Wisconsin, so it's the forest, and it's much easier to think clearly about certain things. It gives me clarity of mind when I can take in frequencies that allow me to heal. And nature is very healing. It's the most healing thing for us when we place natural elements inside of us instead of something that's artificial or could cause damage. The planet doesn't need human beings to survive. There have been several species who've become extinct, and it's really a gift that we are able to live and experience this world, this planet. There's a little water right there, just very. It feels great to be out here, and because this is a gift, because nothing should be taken for granted, we can't disregard what the planet has to offer to us, and we can't simply just destroy things that are precious, give us life, because the earth will not. It's a super powerful organism and being. It's not going to allow this to happen. Like, it always fights back. The earth has gone through great damage through natural disasters, weapons, and all these other things, and it always restores balance. So balance is always restored. When we go to school, we don't learn things about the need for balance and harmony on the planet. We have to connect with the source energy of the cosmos and Earth. It doesn't mean you have to go for walks in the woods all the time or live as a hermit or a monk out in nowhere and do absolutely nothing. You can still continue with aspects that you have developed in your life to this point, but to go against nature to go against the source which created yourself and allowed you to be in such a nature abundance, to go against that is very, very foolish, and it'll come back to affect people in negative ways and bad ways, because there's a consequence for every action. And if people if they just continue to disregard nature, which I consider just to be the source of energy that gives us life, that heals us and makes us feel our best, allows us to flourish. If you go against that, it's nonsensical. It's never going to lead to anything good. And I'm making a strong point about this. The foods that you eat is one strong example. I don't believe that a lot of the ways in which people consume their foods, their diets, it's not sustainable for the planet, and the planet won't get destroyed by anything that you do. you're really just like a fly in the midst of a huge area. Like you're a speck of dust in terms of everything that exists in the universe and the planet. So it really, whatever you do, you're not going to cause anything to happen, because there's a higher energy. There's a connection to you, to everything else. And simply what happens when you become disconnected from the planet, balance is always just restored. So I'm warning you all to align yourself with the frequency of the planet, and align yourself with balance and harmony. Learn more about this stuff. There are plenty of teachers about this who talk about it. You can find it online, you can find it in books, but learn about what balance is in alchemy, which is very mercurial, based on the planet Mercury. It's about being rational, using your mental awareness, and that's what I'm talking about. Use a mental understanding with your mind about what is taking place on the planet, how nature is necessary, and nature is not all, or balance through nature is not always pleasant. It is pleasant to have harmony. You want peace throughout the world, but in order to achieve that peace and balance and harmony, it comes at a price for those who refuse to acknowledge it, and they think that they can live in a way that does not respect that. So that's all I am saying for now. There are several ways in which you can achieve balance. You could grow your own food. You could educate yourself about things that are actually important. A lot of the structures that we've had, I'm telling you, they have done a lot of damage to certain things, and this is why we're seeing these structures no longer sustaining themselves in the way that they have. Schools, a lot of schools, buildings, businesses, anything that didn't have nature's interests in mind, didn't understand the need for balance. This is what can no longer exist. So, it's hard to express how I feel about this in words, because I'm seeing it clearly for what it is. A lot of people just, they need to develop that understanding of the source energy and what it is, and if you are able to connect to the source energy, anything is possible. It's limitless possibilities, because you are connected to that source, and it gives you the power. A lot of these structures take us away from the power of the source, so we feel powerless, relying on external and artificial systems that take us out of that frequency of nature. So you'll be able to take your power back when you connect to the source, when you completely release everything that never served you, all the things that you learned in school or learned about society that you thought were just absolutely guaranteed to just keep going. If it was taking you out of that source energy, where you're able to connect to the planet, then let it go completely. Just completely detach from it and develop your own power. You don't need to rely on external things. When you're connected to nature, you don't ever need to ask for anything, because nature is abundant and it gives freely. There are certain people who are not, they may not be complete environmentalists. They're not always in nature. And I'm not telling you to just live out in the forest, but it's just about respecting nature. That's all it comes down to. And being able to get your energy from a natural source that's not being a parasite to the planet, and not taking you out of balance and harmony. It's very, very, very essential no matter who you are, no matter what your beliefs are. Because this is an inevitable change of destroying whatever is not giving balance to the planet. That's all I have to say for now. We'll be seeing you all later. I'll be making more videos. Peace out.